Hello, kids. A very good morning to you all. Welcome back to your science class. Children, we learned about different accidents and what first aid we will give in that particular accident. Did you remember all that first aid tips? Okay, so children, if you have forgotten anything, then don't worry, my video is always there to help you. Children, we learned so many things about safety tips, about first aid for different accidents, for different situation. Today also we will learn how to give first aid and what you are going to do in that situation. Like during winter months, when the hot dry air used to blow, especially in that winter months, usually our nose starts to bleed, and especially this happens with the children who used to play outside, have fun outside, just spend all their time outside. Okay, so the nose bleeding occur frequently with these children, and especially during the winter months when the hot dry air it used to blow. Okay, so what first aid you will give in case of nose bleeding? Are you going to apply a band-aid? No, you are not going to do that because band-aid, plaster, in these all things which you have to use in which accident, you remember that, in case of cuts and scratches. But this is a nose bleeding. What you are going to do? Here are two types of tips which you can apply in case of nosebleed. One is your first, let the patient sit straight and lean forward. Just move forward and pinch his nostrils using the thumb. You know what is the thumb of your finger? Yes, thumb and your forefinger, and he will pinch with the thumb and forefinger on his nostrils for about 10 minutes. Okay? By doing this, it will apply a pressure from the bleeding portion from which it is coming, the blood is coming. It will apply a pressure. Then after that, once you are pressing your nostrils, at that time you will not be able to breathe, and don't try to breathe also, otherwise more and more blood will come, you will feel suffocating. So just breathe from your mouth and wait, hold yourself, calm down and wait, the bleeding will stop. Okay, if again the bleeding continues, then you can again repeat this same process for another 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, keep the nostrils pinched till the bleeding stops, and in between do not blow the nose for a few hours. Another one first aid tip for nose bleeding is you can prepare an ice pack and crush all the ice cubes and wrap it in a cloth and just apply the ice pack on the nose. Not inside the nose, mark my words, on the nose. So some that cold air from the ice will help to reduce the bleeding. Okay, so did you remember what you are going to do when there is a nosebleed? It's a very common accident. It used to happen especially during winter months. So these first aid tip you are going to take in case of a nose bleeding. But children, if there is an accident caused due to burns, if there is an accident which is caused due to burns, then what you are going to do? What first aid you will give? Never ever apply bandage on it. It will be dangerous. Burns are the injuries which are caused by touching any hot object, boiling water, by touching fire, or by burning firecrackers, and also from some chemicals that is called acid. Okay, sometimes this burn can be minor, but sometimes this burn can be very major, very extreme, very worse. Okay, and remember one thing, only the minor burn can be treated at home by giving the first aid. Major burn must be immediately rushed to the hospital. If in case the burn is very minor, then it will have appear a red on the skin. It will cause the redness on the skin. Okay. The first tip which you are going to give is that immediately wash that burnt area with lots and lots of cool running water. Okay, for at least 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. If the pain continues, okay, if that in that burnt area, then apply a wet cloth or a damp cloth over the affected area. Okay, if the burn injury is very severe, it's very major, then in that case your skin, obviously it will become red because it is a burnt part, and blisters will be formed. What are blisters? Blisters are a bubble type formation which happens when there is a severe burn, and it was formed due to the fire, due to any hot part, touching any hot part. Then that's why, because the burn is severe, so that's why blisters are formed. So what you're going to do, just wash that burnt area, clean that burnt area in the cool running water. Okay, immerse that burnt area. What is the meaning of immerse? To hold it under the water for at least 10 to 15 minutes without leaving it. Okay, completely 10 to 15 minutes hold that burnt area under the running water, cool running water, and just keep that an eye, mark it that the blisters will not break. Okay, because if they will break they can get infected. Okay, still if the blisters will break, then don't get panic. You can wash that area with some soap and water, with mild soap and water, and after that you can apply antibiotic cream. Okay, antibiotic cream is a lotion, is a cream which is a medicine that will stop the growth of germs, and it will kill the germs, and hopefully no infection will be caused. If the blisters will break, then in such situation you can apply a antibiotic cream and wash that area with mild soap and water. After that, cover it with a loose bandage and just let him sit. It will automatically, slowly and slowly, it will work. Okay, but in case of very severe burn, okay, the skin is completely damaged, then immediately rush the patient to the hospital. No other first aid can be given other than the doctor will only treat. Okay, just take him to the hospital safely. Okay, but in case of chemical burns such as acid burns, it's a very dangerous chemical. It will affect your skin. So immediately wash the affected area with cooled running water. The patient will feel little relief. But in case of acid burn, this case will only be treated by a doctor. No other first aid can be given. So just take the patient to the doctor immediately in case of any chemical burns. So now we learned about all the kinds of accidents and what first aid we have to give during that situation. Please children, keep that in mind, everything, all the safety tips, all the first aid tips for all kinds of accidents. If you will remember, then only you can help others. If you will forget, then in that situation how you are going to help? You will not be able to help. Okay? So my dear children, if at all you have missed anything, then don't worry, my video is always there to help you out. You can see my video, recall all your memories, but don't forget anything what I have made you taught. Okay, what I have taught you, just don't forget. Remember all the safety tips, all the safety measures, and all the first aid tips, because you are going to save a life. You should save a life, be helpful to others, and be good children. Thank you.